So what is this Reinvent the Toilet all about? It is about sanitation technology disruption that looks at developing water and resource efficient toilet pedestals or the front end systems. It's about developing sanitation technology that is non-sewered and off the grid. It's about developing sanitation solutions that are decentralized. It's about developing sanitation technology that generates resources that recover and beneficiate valuable products as outputs. This approach has the opportunity, which we talked about in new sanitation model, that can stimulate a new circular economy and offer greater equity and dignified sanitation to everyone in this world. So let us look at these new evolving non-sewered technology processes emerging out of this Reinvent the Toilet investment. There are four main leading processes that we see in the solution space. These are dominated by electrochemical processes. The second batch of solutions are related to wet oxidation. The third is related to a suite of technologies around dry combustion. And the fourth is looking at smart biological processes which incorporate modern membrane systems in their processes. In layman's terms, these technologies use incineration, high pressure in the forms of pyrolysis and carbonization, and gasification as well. Now I will share with you the kind of innovations that are emerging, and at first we will look at the front-end systems. The front-end systems play a very big part on the size and efficiency of the back end. The back end, as we call it, is the reactor and depends on the energy requirement. So the smaller the input volumes from the front end, the smaller the reactor in the back end, and thus the smaller the amount of energy required in these processes. What we are seeing is the development of new waterless solutions or water efficient solutions, as well as front-end pedestals that are able to harvest human resources in the form of separating urine and feces, but also urinals for women that offer harvesting of urine as the resource. What this does is open the potential to treat these resources to recover from urine valuable products like phosphates and nitrates. And in the solid matter of feces, you're able to harvest gas, fuel, as well as a number of other soil remediation products. What we start seeing is the advent of these low and microflush toilets. These are already in the market, and we're starting to see them pushing the barriers of the volumes of flushing. We're seeing the evolution of between 1 to 2.5 liter flush volumes. And recently, we've also come across a system that uses 300 milliliters of water to flush. But we're also seeing more low energy systems like suction and vacuum systems that allow this displacement of human waste from the front end to the back end. We're also seeing toilet pedestals that minimize leaks, that conserve water emerging as well as pedestals that offer grey water reuse for flushing and hand washing. And then the more state-of-the-art new pedestals, as I mentioned, allows for separation smartly of urine and feces without creating large amounts of inconvenience to the user. And as mentioned, this creates the opportunity to keep pushing the barrier to make the back end smaller and more efficient to this aspiration of an appliance. Now we move to the next suite of emerging new generation sanitation technology, which offers this opportunity towards this resource efficient pathway. We first look at community level treatment of systems that deal with black water. And when I say community level, this is a non-sewage sanitation system that allows communal sanitation ablution facilities, but also allow a number of households to be connected to one treatment unit or treatment facility. It can take black water, which is treated safely, and the effluent component is either recycled for toilet flushing or put to beneficial application in the garden or other forms of activity. So many of these systems are called closed loop systems, which is suitable in areas which have very limited water supply, as well in areas that are very, very remote and do not have access to continuous water supply. And once you fill these systems with water, you do not need a formal water supply to keep using it. It keeps recycling the water for flushing and for use. Okay, the next suite of innovations that we see target individual households, and we call them individual household systems. And under this new generation technologies that are emerging, one of them is the smart septic tank system in the form of the Aquanic liquid treatment tank. The system allows black water to be treated through the septic tank and then goes through a process of separation, and the liquid portion is then transported for liquid treatment, and what you get out of it is a pathogen-free effluent that is readily available for recycling and flushing. So this is an example of a closed loop, very simple household system. And the system has the potential to be placed in areas that have huge water constraints or stresses, but allow this opportunity in the form of safe sanitation. The next set of technology innovation is related to omniprocessors. Omniprocessors is a term used for systems that deal with sludges emerging from on-site dry sanitation systems like VIP toilets, the equivalents, as well as septic sludge systems and septage. And these systems are designed for sludge beneficiation and treatment. At present, with these solutions that we are using, we have a challenge in collecting fecal and septic sludges from on-site systems. And we need to then safely treat these systems at some point before we put them in the environment. So we see the suite of specifically designed technologies that deal with treating these sludges from these systems at a municipal level, okay, and produce a whole lot of beneficial byproducts. Now, some of the examples are, for example, the LADEPA the biogenic refineries, the advanced high thermal carbonization process, systems like the diamond reactor. These will be covered in much detail in Module 3. But the important of these solutions is that their processes lead to generating beneficial products in the form of water, energy, and nutrients. And then we see a suite on emergence of the new smart household reinvent the toilet systems that take a combination of several of these processes into a smart box and allow at a household level human waste to be treated. Now we see the development of these in a variety of settings. And what is presented on the slide is the second generation reinvent toilet systems, which are moving in the direction of being an appliance, and this is quite transformative. We are seeing big industries like Samsung, etc., developing the first prototypes, and offering the pathway and ambition for new innovation through the pipeline. This new pathway and ambition has spurred a whole new innovation industry, and several products are in the pipeline. We're starting to see several innovation and products at different levels of planning and manufacturing, as well as seeing the reinvent the toilet paradigm taking off.